Welcome back to the Neon Arcade, you guys. Today we have part 3 of my series on why I think Cyberpunk 2077 will release in 2019 with some more evidence and clues that we don't have to wait for 2020. Now looking back, we were one of the first channels to have that 2019 prediction for a Cyberpunk release before everyone else caught up to speed, so go check those out in the playlist for more reasons why 2019 may be the date. So our first hint here is going way back into a 2016 investor's call. As you guys know, despite CDPR being an equitable company and foregoing microtransactions and things of that nature, they are a company and they are answerable to investors. Now in this investor's call, it was strongly hinted that the game would have to be out prior to June 2019. Now combine this with the bilkom leak, foreign magazines saying June 2019, the history of CDPR releasing titles in May, the Polish government's funding grant expiring in June 2019, and the fact that the game is playable from start to finish, with the polishing phase being the next big chunk CDPR has to contend with, and we get a more well-rounded picture of the release. Next we have Cyberpunk 2077's presence on the Xbox One X enhanced list. The fact that this is even showing up on the list as a confirmed game gives us some more insight that CDPR has the confidence to start putting Cyberpunk 2077 out there in the minds of consumers. Now this list is a way to inform consumers that the title has taken full advantage of the power of the Xbox One X and its engine. If that is true and they're confident in putting Cyberpunk 2077 on the list, that means that the game from a mechanical and developmental standpoint is at a point where they can confidently say that. In addition, games generally get the Xbox One enhancement treatment post-launch, which is a great sign for an imminent release date. Next up we have magazines. Now Edge magazine as well as PC Gamer has made Cyberpunk 2077 their front cover for their November issues. Now CDPR holds their hands close to their chest and don't allow fans to get excited for no reason. Having your game on the front cover of a magazine and it still being 2 years out doesn't make a ton of business sense when it comes to marketing campaigns. We didn't think we were going to get the gameplay reveal until literally 24 hours beforehand with the transmission stream on Twitch, and even the most optimistic speculation wasn't that we'd be getting the reveal. It seems like CDPR likes to stay quiet and surprise with good news. They underpromise and overdeliver, a trait of a company who knows their own identity as a developer. Now going back to them holding their cards close to their chest, they do answer questions via Facebook on a daily basis. Some answers are "we aren't sure at the moment," but those are generally very specific questions that are highly subject to change. More generalized questions are answered and their answers are fully fleshed out as they have a good idea on the direction for the game. For a company who took 7 years of silence to release an E3 trailer after the teaser, this is pretty big. Now the gameplay demo has been out for 2-ish months at this point, but the fact that they released it at all is frankly pretty surprising. 48 minutes is an absurd amount of gameplay, and I doubt we will be seeing much more than that. How will CDPR keep fans satisfied up until release now that we've been given something to really chew on? My guess would be a small marketing push at the end of this year, leading into the new year with the release date coming as soon as Christmas or New Year's Day. Thanks for watching guys, and remember, check the playlist for more information on the release date of Cyberpunk 2077 and subscribe to the arcade for more Cyberpunk in general.